Alright everyone, this is going to be the Week 2 NA LCS VOD reviews. Today I'm joined by Fnatic's top lane sub from the EU LCS, Bwipo. He's been a player that I've talked about on the stream in the past. He's consistently been at the very high top end of the EU Challenger ladder. He was picked up by Fnatic recently. So he'll be joining me for all of the NA LCS VOD reviews today. So the first game that we have up is Cloud9 versus EchoFox. And we're just going to jump right into it. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
Alright, pick ban.
Ban phase starts. Azir. So, I'm always a little uncomfortable with Azir being banned away on blue. I just feel like he's so strong.
Yeah, like what I personally like a lot is leaving Azir open and then banning Zoe. That way, like you're really happy with the Azir. Like the only matchup that with Azir, when you're blue side, you just ban Zoe away because I feel like that's the only matchup that's like Zoe favored for Azir. And he does well into both Malzahar and Ryze. So like it's kind of weird to ban Azir here.
So they go Ryze right away. And also EchoFox banned away Cog. You know, I think he's the best ADC in the meta. We've spoke about that off stream.
Yep.
EchoFox responds with Ezreal Gnar. I don't like. I mean, I can get the Gnar proactively, right? But I don't think it's necessary, especially not when Huni is like your primary top laner. Yeah, I mean he's your primary advantage and strength on the team.
Like I've got a really big problem with blinding Gnar there. Like if Ryze is on the enemy team with no Zero Zoe on the table, you're most likely going to be playing Malzahar into Ryze, which is a good matchup for Malz, right? You're happy about mid, but the problem is that the early game priority is going to go to Ryze. And if you have any proactive jungler like Jarvan, which is also available here, you can just go slam your Camille plus Jarvan or your Sejuani Camille or your Jace Jarvan and just three-man top over and over again. And there's really not much they can do.
Yeah.
Because if you secure the really strong 2v2 with Jarvan Ryze, let's say, like you ban away the junglers or mid liners, depending on what they pick third here, because they have the priority on the Ezreal, like your mid 2v2 is going to get gutted. And then the Ryze plus whichever priority jungler they like is going to have free reign to just shit all over Gnar with a good with a top lane counter pick here.
Yeah, I think it's an error to pick top lane as soon as they did. I don't think there's a reason to not just have this be a supporter jungle and wait for the draft to evolve.
Yeah, I agree. I think jungle here would be the smart way of doing it. With Tahm Kench and Braum gone, I don't see any necessarily priority supports unless you have a weird priority on Shen, perhaps, because you do have Huni.
Yep. Cloud9 hover the Alistar. I think it's locked in.
Would have much rather seen a really solid, like just counter picking top with the Jace and then just going for a really strong jungler. Taking your Jarvan or whichever jungler C9 has priority on in the 2v2.
Well, the thing for me, I mean, you could just go jungle top here because they already showed their hand. I think that their draft is already pretty shown. I think it's pretty face up, right? So I agree with you that jungle top laner here is probably just ideal because then if they don't pick jungler, you can then just pinch mid if you want for Ryze. You can take away obviously the ideals for it. Or alternatively, if they do pick mid, then you can just pinch jungle matchups. And I think that all of that's completely fine. There's so many ADCs still just left wide open, and so many of them fit with Jace, that it's not the end of the world.
I agree. I really don't know what you like. I think you just go Malzahar here, right?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I think that you should just pick Malz.
Holy fuck, he's a Cassio player? Jesus Christ. I can't see a scenario where you wouldn't go Malzahar here over Cassio. I really feel like the Cassio is just pushing a pick that you feel too comfortable on.
I mean, if you get jungle priority and you get Cassio plus J4, you get Cassio. I mean, you can. Well, I don't think that you can go Cassiopeia Camille here. I just think that you're too heavy. Your Ezreal is going to be inadvertently stunted. Your Gnar is going to be a little bit unfortunate. It's going to be really difficult for red side Camille to do anything against blue side Jace. I don't think that you can go for that route with like an aggressive. You could do something super ghetto, right? You could probably do something like Jax if you want that scaling because obviously he's going to have a lot of value.
Yeah, makes sense. It's just
they have the Ryze. It's just like if you pick Cassio here, you're basically forced into one direction, either hyper aggro jungle or a hyper scaling. I don't think there's any mid range.
Exactly. Like I think you got Jarvan. Like you really want to get your hands
Yeah,
on Jarvan or Zac here.
yeah. But
Sejuani too, but
yeah, I
I can't
agree.
see her getting through the
There's
pick
no
ban
reason
here.
that's not just Malice. Malice just offers so much versatility, and he
Exactly.
offers an insurance policy.
As well.
Yep. Shen
Especially
Benway.
against the Rise right now, like slowing down the Rise is Hourglass Abyssal is really important. I feel to slow down his side lane pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now he's really just dominating games through just going side and taking your structures. Slowing down his 2-item spike really helps out. Also putting a lot of gank pressure on him because I do feel like there's none with the Cassio.
So the ADCs get pinched. They pinch Varus and they pinch Tristana. I think both of those ADCs are pretty okay. But the problem is that
Yep,
Cloud9 just still has so many ADCs that are like available. They can
pretty
still just
much.
go. They can still go. I mean, they can go Kate. They can go Callista. Both of those are still completely on the table and they're completely fine, right? And it plays into the early, the accelerant narrative of their team
Yeah, yeah,
composition.
yeah. I would have preferred a Calista ban over Tristana here. Like they already have the Alistar. I don't see why you would give them a form of initiation where it doesn't have to come from jungle. Because if you take away the Calista, like they need initiation from jungle
Yep.
in this game. Whereas now you give them even more options to pick a more aggressive jungler early.
And this is weird to me.
Alright.
They take Tarek right away, and I think that the reason that they're taking it here is to steal. Well, not to steal, but to not to steal. They're taking it here obviously just to give the counter pick to jungle. But I mean, I think that your jungler is already face up.
Yeah, I really don't like giving away Jarvan here.
Yep.
But maybe I have too much of a priority on Jarvan. We'll see what happens. I feel like if they go Jarvan here with Jarvan Rise, I actually struggle to see a jungler they can pick. Maybe Jax can win that 2v2 for them, but for me, mid 2v2 in this game is going to be really important because I think bot lane is going to be a very neutral lane, and top lane all the action is going to happen.
Yep.
And if you lose mid 2v2 and you give Rise a pathway to top, your Gnar is going to die more than once.
And they
Or
pick
just
Sivir.
have to lose waves and waves, especially with how oppressive the Jace is.
And there's the Jax.
Okay, I think that's fine.
The Sivir, I mean, I like it, but I don't like it in a way. Because if the Fox composition gets ahead of Cloud9, then it's over.
Yeah, it's trouble. Big trouble.
It
Question
does,
is, what would you pick?
you could just go Caitlyn.
Sure.
You don't like Kate?
I mean, I don't mind Kate here. I just feel like you're 1-3-1 comp, so I feel like Caitlyn loses a little bit of value there, but I guess it's fine.
It's just like Sivir. If Sivir gets, I mean, if Caitlyn gets run over, it's the same thing. If Caitlyn, it's basically the same exact thing. I just feel like the Sivir pick is playing more so into what they want, like what Fox needs Cloud9 to have as options.
I would have gone Callista actually. I would have liked the Callista a lot more. Like this actually
Callista's
gives
good
your team
against
an
the Taric,
initiation.
in
Yeah,
a
also
way.
gives your team initiation
Yeah.
because I don't feel like you have any way of really
Yeah.
fighting with Jax only.
Yep. So now I mean, the one thing that they got going for them is they have Lane Kingdom, and then this actually plays into Jax just being able to power farm. And then if Sivir goes Unsealed Spellbook, then they can actually just keep the lane basically perma even and let Jax just ramp. And so now if
Yeah.
EchoFox goes for like a hybrid jungler, I think it's terrible. Like, which is what they're doing. I don't
I don't
this.
like the Sejuani.
I hate it. Yeah, I think it's trash. I think it's terrible.
Hmm.
I think Sedge is terrible.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's still Sejuani at the end of the day. You've got Sejuani Taric, which they'll do their job late game, but the problem is that I don't think you should be able to get through your early game with the compositions here. The Sivir makes it a little easier on bot side, but I think your top side is not going to enjoy the game too much into the Jackson's rise. But I haven't seen much of Jax at all personally, so I actually don't know if he can
I mean,
comfortably gank mid here.
my issue, right, is like with the way that the map is, right? You can maybe do something to rise early, but it's not going to matter because we have tier versus tier. And I don't know what Phoenix is planning, but obviously Jensen probably has Unsealed Spellbook, so he's going to have an innate edge there, right?
Yep.
Jax he doesn't have an obligation to be anywhere. So Jax can
That's true.
actually just power farm the entire thing. right? So that's just a threat that Fox doesn't have an answer for. Sejuani can't really reliably take the golems, right? If Jax does something like this, right, and then loops
Mm,
or something, this is problematic for Sedge. You know what route I'm talking about, right?
I get the
If
idea.
Sejuani starts like this and does all this,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Sedge just falls so far behind here because then
I
her
know.
roots are face up for 2 minutes, and then Svenskeren
Yep.
just has such an insane edge. So I don't really know what your plan is because she gets no value on right side. Her EV is very low right side, and her EV is even lower left side. So
Mm.
like you're really picking her for the late game, and you're putting a lot of faith into Phoenix. Like there's so much pressure on Phoenix inside of this game, just like pre 12 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like if he fucks up this matchup, like game's gonna blow up. Hmm.
All right, so we're gonna get into the game. I mean, another thing is like if Fox falls behind, if it's Jensen and Licorice that end up getting a lead, they just lose.
Mm.
Um, if Fox end up getting ahead, I mean, it swings both ways quite a lot. But like I think that there's just a lot more insurance policy on Cloud9 than there is on Fox.
I also think there's more proactivity. Like their champions can be more proactive
Yep.
than EchoFox's. Like the Jace will just have more prior. Like the Jace will be able to set up a slow push 9 out of 10 times into the Gnar. Ryze should have the priority on mid lane, I believe. Though then again, I really don't know how the current Cassio does stuff mid. Like I see the phase rush there. I'm assuming level 2 she'll be able to zone their eyes off the wave, I guess, with the presence of mind. But other than that, I feel like Ryze should get priority. But we'll see how it plays out. It's actually interesting for me because I do think Cassio is good. I just think Malzahar was
Yeah.
stronger on the patch.
I think Malzahar was just better in this draft in general.
I think so too.
We can see that route that's happening right now too. So like here's the problem, right? Dardoch immediately goes on to his blue, and I think this is forced. So if Dardoch does this, right, he loses out to this.
Yep.
And then, I mean, Jax didn't even need to do this. He didn't need to do wolves. He could have just done this. This is a
Yep.
lot better route. So Sven lost some opportunity, and obviously that just completely shuts down any sort of assistance that Huni's gonna get. So it creates the island for Jace. I mean, he does his wolves
Yep.
and then he moves into the jungle, and obviously he's just fetching for information. But to see that, like, this could, I mean, in a way, this is more refined. He doesn't have his blue, so he gets to extend his duration. He can even opt out of blue and give it to Ryze if you want to be really, really cheeky.
Mm.
He gets the ward, and this is what I mean. Like, what do you want Dardoch to do now? He can't do
He's
anything
just gonna
bottom.
power farm. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
not much you can do. Like I would have liked actually. I would have liked Jax fishing for some vision because he placed his ward on Krogs there. I would have liked him warding the Raptors personally, and then just finished off his jungle route, reset, picked up a green ward, and then just ran back there and just
so
recreate the vision
greedy.
for the.
That's super greedy by Jensen. There was basically no reason to
Yeah,
do that. He has to know that there's only one gank opportunity, and Sedge can only come from one side. I mean, he's playing left centric, right? He's playing in the left hand side pocket, but like your
yeah.
jungler, you have to know that Sven is light years ahead.
Did he miss his? I think he missed a kill opportunity here, but yeah, he did. He would have killed Dardoch if he
Yeah.
rotated properly. He didn't EW. Dardoch's gonna walk in tower range. He didn't EW there. It's a shame.
Yep.
But yeah, I agree. Like he shouldn't. I think he should just reset. He has the spellbook TP. He can just spellbook TP on his tower.
Yep.
Secure top side. You'd hug top side with Jax being close. Get priority, and then we can look to do something top. So how the wave was building there, like you would have just been able to get a free dive on top because Phoenix can't match their own from Rise without having spellbook. That would have been really nice for the Jace.
And I like what Svenskaren's doing right now. He's just basically, I mean, he passed into the race immediately, gets the, intel of exactly where Dardoch is, and now you can just predict his routes up until like 6.5 minutes. So
So I
Dardoch
would have,
is,
yeah,
yeah, he's
yeah.
playing with map, or Cloud9's basically playing with map hacks.
That's why I would have liked Jax warding the Raptors instead of the Krugs there,
Yep.
but it pays off anyway. He gets there regardless. He got the information either way, so more efficient, I suppose.
Sven's just getting to do what he wants to do.
Yep. Somehow they just lost his.
See, before this match happened, I actually bet on EchoFox to win, but I was hesitant for like one reason. I don't know how much you know about Licorice, but Licorice is sort of like in the same boat as you, as like a player.
Okay.
Not a lot of people talk about him, but I think that he's probably the best mechanical NA resident top.
Sure.
So I thought if there was going to be someone that could hold Huni or do well against him, it would be him. I mean, thus far, I think that Sven is playing pretty okay.
I really don't understand why Phoenix is hugging topside there. That makes very little sense to me. Maybe the Alistar roam was cold and he was hugging topside because he was scared of Alistar, but I do think he could have just chilled under his tower. The way it was coming in.
Just tilted.
The way it was just coming in. Like he's just fishing for an all-in for no reason.
Well, I mean, he's playing 1v2. I mean, he's playing 1v2 the whole time. Like, Dardoch can't do anything.
No, I get that, but that's like that was a given from draft, I think.
Yeah,
like I think when you pick Cassio there, you admit that you're gonna play 2v1 for the rest of the game.
Right.
Hence Malzahar just being better because he will force a 2v2.
And I mean, even if he doesn't, he gets the ramp, so
exactly.
All that you really need. Jax comes in, he's gonna get more intel. And I like what Sven's doing. I mean, he gets more value out of every single camp, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know why Fox are even trying to contest this. Like, you knew from the get-go this was going to happen. You know that you're going to lose this turret, right? This is a given. You know that nothing top's just going to be an island. And you know that mid is the entire focus of the entire game.
Yep.
There's absolutely no reason to defend this. Not when enemy bot lane has priority. Jax is right there. And then your mid laner, I mean, it can't even help out all that much. Now, fortunately, it ends up paying off because why do they go this far? Like, they get Adrian, and then why is Sneaky and Smoothie coming?
I have no idea. She's back off, pushing the waves, just chill. I think Rise here shouldn't even be moving anymore. Like, I think this is freebie. Worst case, you lose Alistar, that's fine. If the call is the team fight, like, sure. Cassio has no summoners. I should collapse on Cassio here for sure. Look how greedy she's moving. She's no summoners.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand, like, why they follow Svenskeren. Like,
yeah, it's really
there's
dumb.
no reason to greed for a kill. You have a better team composition. You have priority in every lane. You're already ahead. There's a Mountain Drake that's been rolled.
Yeah, it's not even like I agree with you 100%, but on top of the fact that Phoenix just walked past Rise with no cleanse or flash, like this should just be punished and killed immediately, and not just game over right there. But for some reason, Rise,
the game ends.
For some reason, Rise has to give up the river to the Cassio. Perhaps the Sejuani is too scary, but he has cleanse. Like I really feel like Jensen could have put up a little more pressure on the Cassio there, not let it rotate in.
If Sneaky just moves to start autoing, Cassio's pinched.
Exactly.
You know, like Sven is gonna jump on Adrian, kill him. He'll turn around. Phoenix is just pinched in between these two lines. It's over.
Yeah. Rise even has
like
his ultimate.
Jensen
Like,
even
dead.
he has his ultimate and he has flash.
Yeah, he's dead. Phoenix dies here, it's game over, and he should die.
Hello?
I really don't understand what happened there. They even have vision over the wall, so it's not even a Sejuani. Like they have vision over. Yeah, it's really weird to me. Like you should eat out. Like I don't understand why he gave up the prio there, because you have the green ward behind the wall, so it's not like Sejuani could catch their eyes off guard either. Jesus.
Maybe the only thing I can expect is that like it's not even an argument that you're afraid of like Cassiopeia's ultimate as Rise because you can just dodge it.
He even has
but
cleanse.
even then, no, he doesn't have cleanse. He has
He does. He did. He already swapped it.
Oh really?
It's just spellbook.
Shows heal.
Yeah, spellbook fucks up on the replay. Yeah. But if you check,
okay.
like you'll see how he has cleanse.
Oh, that's even more incentive to just move into him.
Yeah, that's why I don't think he should be scared of thinking. If you watch the as soon as the replay ends, you'll see he has cleanse before he even based.
Yeah.
But it's just the replay messing up.
This is so stupid. This is so stupid. This should never happen in a million years.
Yeah, that would have been just the end of that. We could have gone next replay, but luckily for us, we get to do the entire thing.
Yeah, fortunately for us.
See how he has cleanse and he hasn't based yet. All right. For some reason, the Ezreal Tarek is looking for 2v2 kills in this matchup. I really don't understand what the plan is there.
I like what Jensen's or I like what Svenskaren's doing again. Just I mean,
yeah.
Dardoch is playing against Mapax. Yeah, I don't know why EchoFox handshakes this. This isn't even like a,
Hmm.
oh, unlucky. This is just, what are you handshaking?
Not convinced about that play.
Which one? This one?
I mean, they all in on bot lane.
Yeah.
I think like they see the TP on Sivir and they think they have summoner advantage. Well, they had summoner advantage, but then they realized, wait a minute, we fought, so I don't have summoners.
Right.
Really confused.
This is a pretty easy dive.
No,
Yep.
not much you can do about that one.
Yep.
Finally happened. I think it took a little too long, but byproduct of messing up on the 2v2 or on the skirmish bot.
I just think, like, what... This is a little bit weird for me, in a way. Like, I think... I don't know. Unfortunate. Dardoch ends up coming up, picking up the kill. I mean, it's still advantageous, but...
I mean, the biggest problem I have with this Jace build is you should put a timer on the game. I don't think you should go the flat pen. I think you should just go Blader and King Cleaver, and you have no timer on the game. Whereas with the flat pen build, you put yourself a timer.
There's no reason not to go Blade of the Room. It just adds so much slipperiness. It adds so much versatility. I think it definitely should have just been the first item, especially because he was basically able to just go Lane Kingdom because of what Svenskaren gave to him early, right?
Yep.
Like, yeah, Blade of the Rune King, Black Cleaver, that would be ideal. And then if the game state is the way that it is, like in 11 minutes here, right? You got the First Blood turret, but the problem is that it's a Mountain Drake, so you have to stay bottom, right?
Right.
So after the kill that you would get up on Huni right now, I think, honest to God, Licorice off respawn, right? If well, Sneaky's actually his mana is really low. Never mind. Well, it's not that low. Off respawn, like see, these are those like missed opportunity plays, right? Off respawn, if Licorice just actually runs to Drake, because top tier 1 turret doesn't matter anymore. If he just runs to Drake and they 5-man the Drake and they get the teleport out of Huni and then Licorice can teleport back top, it's a huge win.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually what I like. That's actually why I like the Ghostblade, is to give you that opportunity. But that's the only reason. Like that's the only reason I would respect the Ghostblade here. If you run bot, I really don't understand why you would run top.
This doesn't make any sense.
Like if you have the Ghostblade, like you're so much faster. You have actual reason to beat bot. But there's a call for a full reset, which I don't understand. With Jace having this much freedom.
Well, it's just, there's no reason not to just rotate 5 and look to force a fight, right? At the dragon.
Like the thing is, if you went for the Blade build, I would have like been fine with this reset and just played slow. But like he's investing in early power, and you're playing against double tier. In fact, Cassio needed a reset. If you looked at the situation, Rise was well ahead in gold. Had the catalyst compared to a tier only, so I feel like that should have been a free dragon.
I mean, it still is free.
Hopefully, even a fight. Yeah, you want the fight,
right.
really.
Hopefully, a fight. But the thing is that if you rotate Licorice there and Huni continued up into top lane, right? Now, after post dragon, if a fight doesn't break out, bottom's gonna come back in, top is coming in. So now it's a natural reset phase. So now Sivir, Sneaky just breaks off into bottom. He eats the wave. He shoves the next wave, makes it go dark. He recalls. He paths up to top. Jace stays top because Jace is fully healthy. Now, Ezreal's going to shove one wave and the next wave out of Nexus, and then you're going to have 5 members on the top left-hand side of the map at around 14 to 15 minutes, which is a perfect opportunity to just capitalize on Herald.
Yep. And you'll get the tier 1 naturally.
Yeah, and Fox is... you'll get the tier 1 eventually, but Fox is always going to be behind on Temple in that situation, because Ezreal can't match the Roam.
Yep. But we're going for Lane Kingdom. That's okay. He wants the turret 1v1, he wants that prestige. I can respect that. I don't know about the Alistar lane ganking here.
This isn't necessary, though.
I really dislike this.
Yep.
Shoving bot, like, because you messed up, your time is going to be a little off, which means Jace is going to have to play passive for about a minute, but that's fine.
They can just get... I mean, Ryze is recalling right now, but he can spellbook into TP. This was...
Yes,
I mean,
he can. That's exactly what's going to happen. I like it.
They mess up right there. You got the kill onto Taric, and now obviously they're going to get the turret. Sneaky recalls.
Think it should be Sneaky? I think it should be Jace going bot here. Personally.
Well, Sneaky has two. Well, I mean, I actually don't mind Sneaky going bot, because if Sivir just continues to ramp, your wave clear becomes insane. And that's how you're going to begin to penetrate them, especially because you rolled the mountain, so you're going to get the 20-minute Baron. I think ramping Sivir is correct.
I like having Jace just TP bot, like reset TP bot, clear the wave, push in next wave, push in 3 waves, and then just
And then what,
look
rotate
to
mid?
rotate. Yeah, rotate towards mid, rotate towards the Herald, just take the map completely. Like there's not much they can do about it. Because like having Sivir bot side for this, like at this point in the game, just leaves Herald as like, it isn't free basically, which I don't like. I like accelerating the game state with the Herald, just putting it mid immediately,
They didn't even look to
getting some
capture
chip
Herald.
damage.
Yeah, they didn't even look to capture Herald.
Yeah, I think it's just a waste. Like with the amount of pressure you had
Yeah.
from the Jace, like the amount of pressure you could put on bot lane in this
I
game.
mean, I think that like if we're looking long term, right? If you like from this clip right here, right, with
Mm,
Ezreal being bot, right?
mm.
You can recall sneaky in that moment, get the turret, and then four-man the Herald and have mid and top re-push into you. So post Herald, you just have a perfect reset, and Jax gets to farm
Sure,
his entire jungle.
sure.
Then
Yeah,
Sivir shoves wave, shoves next wave, waits, shove next wave, and then backs up, goes mid after recall, and then Jace goes from eating a wave in mid because Ryze is probably going to go top to pick up the wave
mm,
that is ultimately shoved into top lane. Then you have
yeah.
Jace mid, Sivir recalls, Sivir goes mid, Jace goes bottom, Ryze comes back mid, and then you operate a 0-4-1. And like for Twitch
You'd
chat,
go
what
0-4-1?
0-4-1 I think is fine here with Herald.
Sure, you can place the Herald, get mid tier 1 with 0-4-1, and transition into 1
No,
3
no, no.
one. That
I
makes
don't
most
think you
sense.
wasted on tier one mid.
Oh, you don't? Interesting.
I don't think there's a reason to. They don't. Their composition doesn't have a way to actually resist, like blue buff rise, like 20-minute rise, etc., and all the poke that comes out of
That's
sneaky.
true.
So you're gonna
That's
get the tier
actually
one
interesting.
mid regardless. So just
Hmm.
save it for an economic or an objective turret and use it to get a tier two.
Sure.
I don't think there's any reason to do it otherwise, right? Like their
Hmm.
Cloud Nine is in such a fucking strong spot right now. Like Fox is such a nightmare situation.
Sure, I agree with you, but if you just put tier 1 mid, you transition 1 through 1, I don't think they can defend tier 2s against Spellbook Sivir either. Like, I really don't think they can defend tier 2s with Jace being this strong. Jace is going to push Nara all the way. Ryze is going to push Cassio all the way. Like, they're going to push all the way to the tier 2s. They can't get ganked, at least Ryze can, because of the Hourglass interaction. And as long as
Mm-hmm.
Jax just, they go for a 2-2-1, I really think like after taking tier 1 mid with the Herald, 2-2-1 will get all 3 tier 2s by like 23 minutes odd. That's assuming you don't just want to do Baron. Because I don't think they can do anything if you just rotate the map properly. You just rotate the Jason in the mid, have Ryze go bot, 3v1 the. Or you just have Sivir go bot with the Ryze and just 3v1 the Cassio, it's gone. And then do the same way the other way around with the. With the Na. And that's the problem I had here. Is that you can see is that Jace fell behind in levels because he didn't get the bot wave, and it creates an opportunity for pressure in the side lane.
Like, I mean, yeah, there's a loss of opportunity pressure in the side lane. But ideal, I mean, getting you really like Jace being ahead here. I really like Sivir being ahead. If it's played out the way that we talked about, getting the Herald when we talked about.
Sure, but like the thing is, like if Sivir gets ahead, you actually need to get everything off the map fast. And with Jace, if you don't put yourself on a timer at all, like if Jace gets ahead, you're gonna be able to sideline from minute 1 till 40, like till the end of the game with Ryze and Jace being ahead.
Mhm.
I do agree that Sivir being ahead is better if you're faster and you're more efficient, but I feel like they missed that opportunity already when they went for when the play actually happened on top. They already missed the opportunity.
That's true.
Like they already messed up on the line assignment, and it just indicated to me that just put your Jace ahead and don't put yourself on a timer, guys. Like you already kind of messed up. Just
Yep.
you can take the game 5 minutes slower and still just end up winning. I'm not saying they played it badly, they played it their own way, but I think you should just capitalize and let Jace and Ryze run away with this game rather than Sivir.
This is also a terrible Herald. This is just atrocious.
Yeah, there's really no need to do this.
Like I don't understand when teams do this. You shouldn't be this concerned with getting the mid tier one right now. It's not like Cassiopeia is a Talia or an Azir or like a Victor, Oriana, etc., where that mid tier one vision and safety is just gigantic, like to the neutrals. There's absolutely no reason to try to bust it down.
Yep.
Brother, brother Sven taking one for liquor. Not even, I'm not even like memeing with the brother. I just mean like,
No,
it's good.
no, no, I get it, I get it.
Yeah.
It was a good play. But yeah, like in this game, like with the Yomu's build, I just think you have to put Jace ahead. Like he put himself on a timer. Like just play with it as a team and respect that your top laner messed up on the build pathing. Like it's that simple. If he has Blade, I agree with you 100% because he'll have side lane power for the rest. Like
Yep.
you know, it's the same concept. But once he goes into the Yomu's, you really need to give him the extra lead so that he can actually do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, like it's even. Like it's sadly enough, it's like even. The only reason Huni isn't like trading is because obviously the top side jungle is just compromised by Jax. Because Fox went for the Ocean Drake, which I think was fine. It's just the way the game played out.
I mean, you can just
And,
like they just have so many options available. Like Fox can't actually push without Baron.
yep, that's a fact.
That's just a fact. You're right. So with
Yeah.
that being said, because they have the insurance policy of the Sivir and the Jax on the team, you can just let Jace continue to do whatever you want, and you just turtle your blue side jungle. And then it doesn't matter if the game goes to 40 minutes. Eventually, like EchoFox is begging you, please come out of your jungle. And if
Yeah,
you just
no, I get
don't, and you're
that.
like, actually, I'm not coming outside till the police arrive, you know?
Yeah. It makes sense, right? But I still just would have liked the Jace getting ahead here. Like it makes more sense to me, given his build path. It gives him more freedom, more stuff to do. Like there's no room for error really.
This right here, right? I mean, these are some of my major gripes with teams, right? We just talked about this in a previous VOD review that we can't talk about, but like they shove the wave, it's over.
Back off.
It's over.
Yeah,
Just back off.
Just chill. Yeah.
Like
You've
what
done your
what are you
job.
doing? Why? You don't need this vision. You don't
Yeah.
need any of this. They can't do Baron. Okay, the fog of war is just a luxury. It makes you just feel safer to see it, but there's nothing there. You know, there's no boogie monster under the bed. It just doesn't make any sense. And it's like teams time and
I
time
agree.
again, they don't understand. Like, if you ask EchoFox in this moment, right, like with their vision, what do you guys need right now? They would 100% say, please, Cloud9, just come out of, come out into the map.
Just fight. That's
Just
it.
fight,
Like,
please. That's what they're
if
begging.
if Ezreal and Silverbuck get the 3 items, this game's over. They won't win a 5v5 from that point, I believe. But like, giving the Ezreal an opportunity to be fighting at 22 minutes when he's
Right.
just finished his mana immune as well as his gauntlet
Yeah,
and
look at
just
it. What the
working
hell-
towards the
what-
blade, it's really not a good idea. This fight was mechanically played like
Yeah.
actual trash.
Yeah,
Like
this
it
is-
was
this is all
painful
mechanical.
to witness. It
This
was
is
painful
all
to witness.
mechanical. Jace's
really
teleport
painful.
location, I mean, everything.
As from Jensen's perspective as well, like, sheesh. Like right there, I think if he goes for the kill on Adrian and finishes the kill, it's a big deal. The fight's really in the stale spot right now. Nar can't enter, neither can Sejuani really. So they like Ryze starts picking off the Taric on the top of the fight there because everyone's really low. You're in a stalemate, but then he messes up mechanically. He misses his Q, misses the kill opportunity on Taric. I feel like if Jace just jumps in on Taric there and then they just
If Jensen hit the Q
Clean
and
house,
then yeah,
over.
Licorice kills
Yeah.
Tarek.
kills Taric, and then you just clean house. Like from that point on, Jace is coming from behind with no peel because Sejuani just ran out of mana, ran out of health. Nar just went mega, but used
Jace
his
doesn't
ultimate
go
and
down.
everything
Yep.
forward. Yep, and then like Jace and Ryze would just clean the rest of the game, like clean out everybody because Nar blew his cooldowns on finishing off the Sivir. It was over, but just
I
yeah.
mean, I really just feel like the Jace can actually come in from behind and just give a defensive acceleration gate. Because Nar
Sure.
doesn't have Mega.
That's fine.
He could come in
That's
from
how I
behind,
would TP.
defensive...
That's how I would
yeah,
TP.
defensive acceleration
Type-
gate, shoot their face, and then just kite backwards. They're going to go up to top lane, obviously, immediately after, but you've cut them off from this, so now you can just send Jace mid and leave the other 4 to dick around, and Jace is going to get mid turret.
Especially considering fighting into the Cassio is the only way they're going to lose this fight, right?
Yeah.
Because Cassio is the only one with the petrifying gaze. Like, there's no Sejuani ultimate. There's really nothing up right now. Like, both sides used most of their ultimates, so just playing a front to back fight with Alistar still having his ult. I believe he still had it up when the fight occurred. It seems like the most efficient way of playing this fight,
Yep.
especially with the cleaver on Jays. Like the cleaver Yomas, you just hit like you just EW front line, burst the front line, Kai, and redo it on the next EW. Like again, I think the flank could have worked out if they actually like managed to
Yeah.
finish off Adrian, so there was no peel. But the problem is that Adrian survives, which means that there's actual peel on the back line, which makes Jace's flank really awkward. Not to mention the mechanical misplay of not flashing the Tarek stun, just getting him immediately killed. Then again, he could have been on asthma. I wasn't paying attention too much to the environment. It's just
The game is still
TP.
fine though. Cloud9's still actually ahead.
For sure.
They're still super far ahead.
I really don't like the Rise going bot here, trying to make stuff happen.
Yep.
This is so unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, right? The only thing you need to do is wait, and it's like teams just don't understand this.
Well, don't give Baron, actually.
Huh?
Don't give Baron.
Oh, don't get. Yeah,
as long as you don't give Baron, you're in a good spot. But this just.
So listen, let me hit you with the Reddit. All right. Rise went bot and he got a kill. Therefore, you're an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And this was a good play.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we go back and check if Casio could have been there or not? Because I'm pretty sure Casio could have been there. Like when this plays happened. Actually, Casio just left. Never mind. I'm lying.
Casio.
Right, good.
Yeah, Casio couldn't have been there.
Just left Vision. Okay, good.
Did
I was
Hooney
just
need to
double-checking.
jump for? Look at this. Look.
Oh,
Look.
he did not. He did not need to do that. He just decided this guy's weaker than me, so I'm going to fight him. That was not a good idea.
I mean,
Rise
so some, obviously this is met with a counterpoint of like, well, he knows that Jace is weaker than him, so he's trying to fight him. But then also you have to know that Jace knows that he's weaker than him, and he can just acceleration gate out.
Well, the thing is the one reason I actually can understand why he took that fight is because if you notice mid-pro, like Alistar and Silver are moving towards the bot wave, right? Which means that Hooney wants to be trading to clear out the wave against the Jace. So like right here, he has the wave right there. He wants to be clearing this wave before Silver and Alistar get there. Because if he concedes it completely, it's going to be in a rough spot. Now, jumping forward seems a little proactive.
He doesn't need to jump. I mean, he doesn't need to jump forward. He can get an angle where he can simultaneously fight and push the wave. With like they're still in mid.
Yes.
This is just stupid. Like
jumping forward is just running it down.
When people like analyze situations from one angle, right? If your best case needs to meet a worst case, that's not an argument. Like we can look at this and acknowledge that Jace has a choice, Like this isn't fucking, I don't even know what country, okay? But Jace can consent here. So, like, if he doesn't want to fight Gnar, gate, knock back hammer, run away. Over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Like, he has a choice. So, you acknowledge that he has a choice. You don't know where Rise is. You don't need to jump forward. There's no reason to do any of this.
Yep.
It's like when you play against, like, what can exist, and you just go down the options, Process of elimination. There's no reason to jump.
Nope. You can contest the wave 1v1. There's no reason to you can test it without playing aggressive. You can just clear out the wave, make sure that Sivir and Alistar don't get anything off their mid-prio, and that's your job done. Like, there's not much more you can do. You want to be in a world where you can do more, but the draft doesn't allow it, so don't do it.
Yeah. Draft is fundamentally weak.
Yeah.
Infernal Drake rolling next. It's even worse for EchoFox. They make use of this way less than Cloud9. Right? Ezreal doesn't have the raw stats. Like he has the Muramana, right, which has a passive, Iceborne passive, right? Not a lot of AD generated from Bork. Casio loves it. Taric, Sedge, they don't give a shit, right? Gnar, I mean, he likes it. He does have AD items coming in, but it's not even remotely comparable to Jax, Ryze, Sivir, and Jace. Nowhere close.
I mean, Jax in this case not too much, but I get the point.
Jax in this case, because he's like full tank, but still, I mean, his auto attacks are so rapid.
Yeah, as well as the W, right?
Right.
Still profiting.
Now, see, plays like this, I mean, this got really hyped on, the stream, right? This was even on, I think, Reddit. Please let me have faith in you. Well, I'll slow it down. Here we go.
What is that?
Here we go. Please hit me with it.
I mean, I just don't understand what Jace is doing there.
Not even that. Just what Dardoch does.
Oh, I mean, if Jace just flashed down, yeah. If Jace just flashes down, he just lives, no? I don't know.
Licorice is flashing this no matter what.
Yeah.
He's flashing it no matter what, so you don't need to throw your ult.
No, I get that.
So
It's
you
just
should wait until he flashes this, which is forced.
yeah, and then ulti.
This isn't like a, I don't know, like stuff like this makes me lose faith in humanity. Like this isn't, oh my
Necessary.
god, this isn't a Mad Life.
Yeah.
Like it is, but it isn't. Like this
Like
isn't.
the funny part about that is if he actually like had the patience and waited until the Tarek stun expired and Dark did that anyway, he would have lived.
So
Because
sick.
yeah, he would have. If he flashes the frame, Tarek stun comes in. Sejuani ultimate already would have like transpired, and he would have just got slowed by it.
It looks cooler though.
Either way, I don't think he should even be rotating. Like,
No, he shouldn't.
there's no way you need
There's
Jace
nothing
to
to
defend
gain.
this. There's really no way.
Remember the VOD. All right, we're not talking about. Remember the VOD we were just talking about, like before the
Yes.
stream. What does
Yes.
Fox need right now? Like
They
if
need
we
Baron
just look
Nashor.
at right, if we just look at their vision, right? Like this is their vision,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yep.
Or something. Hold on. Let me just get this. This is
Yep.
it. This is all they have. Okay. Like you're like, okay, EchoFox, if you could have your way right now, what would you like? They're like, well, I would really like for Cloud9 to just, move out of their jungle. Or like look for a team fight or, aimlessly rotate somewhere that could get picked off. Like if Ryze shoves up here and then walks through here or something. Something completely asinine. Right?
Yep.
That's the only they beg for a fight right now. They can't let this game go to 35 minutes. They just lose. Like it's gonna hit a
Yep.
point where Sneaky just A moves.
Yep.
Just A moves. And so it's like, but they're like, I want to fight now. Like Cloud9's looking at this and they're like, oh, but I have a 70% chance to win right now. And I'm like, okay, but if you wait 8 minutes, how about a 90%? They're like, no, I want it now. And they like start crying and shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, the problem with I have with this is that I think communication messed up. Like I think the 3-man should have communicated that they can in fact defend 3 versus 4 because the Nile was not there yet. And they could have cleared the wave 3 v4 because Ryze didn't care, Ryze just committed to shoving, which I think is the right call. It's just I feel like they called the Jace up to force him to defend, which I don't think was necessary. I don't think Sejuani can just run forward and glacial prison jacks or whatever, and you get something out of that.
Have you ever played Monopoly?
I have sometimes played Monopoly.
It's like it's like when you play it's like when you play Monopoly. If you just have like one Monopoly and nothing else, right? You don't need to get another Monopoly if no one else has a Monopoly. You just need to cockblock everyone, demonetized. That's all you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because eventually it's over.
Yeah.
Like eventually the game will take its course and it's over. You don't need to do anything. Like it's good. There's no hope. There's no out.
Win. Like,
right.
That's just what the.
And
you know
it
what
is
I mean?
so
Like,
mind-numbing to me that there are pro players that are insistent that simply because they have an advantage, they should do something with it. And I'm like, yeah, you should. It's called wait. You got an advantage.
The thing is that, they've already done what they needed to do. Like,
right.
That's what I feel like I agree that you need to do something, but like once all tier 1s are down, you can really just play the waves, just play what's allowed to you.
So like this is the jackpot analogy that I like to use with pros lately, right? Let's say that one team is at 50k and another team is at 45k. Now let's say that this team with 50k is, they're obviously ahead. Let's say they have Drakes as well, right?
Yep.
If both teams just take a backseat, passively farm the waves, right? Each minute. Let's say hypothetically, this team gets 800 gold a minute.
Right.
Right? And then let's say that this team gets 1,000 gold a minute. Let's say that the jackpot is 55k. This team still hits it first, even if their total gold value gained each minute because they're conceding parts of the map is lower.
Yep.
They win the game. You don't need to do something just because you have 800 gold. Now, let's say that you didn't have the advantage, right? So if we take Cloud9 and we remove their Drakes from them, we take away a little bit of gold. Are they still in a good spot? Yes. They're still realistically in a good spot. They can still win a higher percentage of the time than they would lose. So then why is it with all of the advantages that they still feel obligated to try to do something? Even though that we can acknowledge that even without the advantages, they can still win. Just
The biggest
greed.
problem, the biggest problem I have with this is that, sure, your analogy makes 100% sense to me, but I can understand if I was playing the game myself, I would feel like doing it. However, what I
That's
don't
because it's
understand,
fun. Not because you should. If your life was on
not
the
even.
line, if this was
The
real
thing is,
warfare, okay, if you were actually fucking Jace in this game and you like, if you lose the
I still
Nexus, you
wouldn't do it,
die,
but for a different reason.
still wouldn't do what?
You have
Wait?
your Blade of the Ruined King coming up, and you have your Infinity Edge coming up. Just wait. And once you finish these
Right.
items, you're actually stronger, and at that point, sure, you could still wait, but you can also do things. I think it's at that point where the decision can be made. Do I do stuff or do I wait? But now it's not even a decision. You're literally sitting there with like probably near 2,000 gold on Sivir, and Jace just needs like 1 or 2 more minutes to finish his blade.
Okay.
And once that transpires, you can make the decision, and at that point, your analogy can make sense to me in the sense that sure, you can wait, but I can also understand wanting to do something because you hit the item spike.
Let's say
Right
that,
now, I have no idea.
let's say that there's 10 doors, right? There's 10
Mhm.
doors. Right? There, whatever. 10. I'm not going to draw out 10, right? Some doors are certain death, right? Or
Okay.
they could kill you. Okay? Right now you have 7 out of 10 doors are safe.
Yeah, I
If
know.
so
I get the point.
Right, yeah, yeah, I know. I'm just like I'm really trying to drive it home. If
No,
you
no,
can
no,
just
no.
wait and 9 out of 10 are safe, and it's real fucking life, which this is. This is their careers. Each win
No,
matters.
I get it. I know, but you know what I mean? If I can bust open the door myself because I have my item spike, and I'm making the call that I can, and I'm confident enough that I can respect it. But you know what I mean? If you don't even have the right tools to bust open the door, then just don't try.
Yeah.
Just don't try. Just wait until you have them. And once you do, you can just blow people out, and you can carry. I agree that it's unnecessary, but
Yeah.
I can understand
I can
overall
understand the
when you hit the
desire,
item spikes.
but
Sure.
I think if it was real life, you would always wait. If your
Sure.
life actually depended on it, you're always waiting. No one is sitting there and you're playing Russian roulette with them, and you're like, okay, look, you got a 70% chance that the bullet's gonna come out and you're gonna die. But and they like look at their clock. If you wait 10 minutes, you got a 90% chance that the bullet's not gonna come out. No one is saying, yeah, I'll take the 70 now. I just want to get out of here. What?
Like the thing is, in this game, I feel like you should add the fact that if you wait 3 minutes, you can disarm the gun if you're good enough.
That too. I mean, that's even added. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Is that sure, you can wait 10 minutes and win automatically, but you can also just wait 2 or 3 minutes and just disarm the gun, and then you win the game by your own tools, by actually taking the game by the balls and making it yours.
And then what if there was an
You know.
option where you wait 15 minutes and you just get to walk away?
Well,
There's no even risk to disarm them.
that's what we call
North
LCK.
America? Oh. I like that. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Oh shit.
That's the LCK.
That's the LCK. That's what we call Korea. Oh god. That was perfect actually. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, let's take a look at this. Alright. So Jace went down. They have TP. Infernal Drake coming up.
All right.
What?
All right. All right. All right.
What?
Wait. Can you go back? You're not telling me that Sivir was the one that TP'd.
Oh yes.
Oh,
That's the
Jesus,
special
mother
right
of
there.
That's the Sivir.
That's the special. That's the Sivir special.
Sivir coming in.
That was.
Ooh. Holy moly. I mean, that was like the shittiest hourglass ult I've ever seen. Alright then, C9. Alright. Why not, guys? Jesus, mother
What
of
in
God.
the-
What
Hello.
I've
If
had
this was
better
Korea, they'd
times
be
than-
investigated for match fixing. All right, I'm just like, I'm just throwing it out there. Like
like I've seen better Baron play from both teams in fucking solo queue.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, that was the more like if you go back over that and you like clear out all the names
Yeah,
and
this
put
is
fucking
like
solo queue
bronze.
Fiesta,
Yeah.
like everybody would believe you. You know, like
This could end up on
there's not a
Reddit.
single person that would know the difference. Look at this shit. The fact that he gets back in, like he jumps into the pit, runs it down, flashes out, and he gets back in to fucking steal it. What?
Oh man.
You trade 4 for 0, and instead of just resetting and then going Nash,
And
you
then,
actually just
hey,
run it down.
here we go.
You just run it down and trade it.
Look at how close the fights still are. Even like in the face of everything that's gone wrong.
Holy moly, people just fighting 24/7.
This isn't Korea.
Oh, it's not okay.
This isn't Korea.
It's really not okay. Oh my Jesus Christ. Like this game, like, you know, like plays
This
could be
shouldn't
optimized and
have
stuff,
been
and
able-
it was looking decent, and then Baron happened. Like first off, why in God's name does Silver not have cleanse at this point if she doesn't want to invest into the QSS? You're running the spellbook. You don't really need heal, I think. Do you need heal in this game? I don't think you need heal in this game.
Really? I mean, cleanse is fine at this stage because you just can't lose if they don't get onto you and like lock you down.
Exactly.
Now here's something for me.
All right.
Why did Jensen not turn around?
I mean, he saw 300 gold walking around, man. He saw the 300 gold. He wanted it.
He's like, Dardoch's been looking pretty buff in the gym lately.
Yeah.
This is some Kappa pride right here. He's like, hold on.
No, he missed the Q again. Go back. He missed the Q actually. Like he rooted him, and as the root expired, he missed the Q. It's the second time he's done that. Oh, how unfortunate. He's probably beating himself up about those. Poor guy.
Oh man.
Ah.
Could have just
Like, I have
landed.
to
Yeah,
admit.
but okay. Look, Twitch chat. Look, him missing the Q is irrelevant to the point that he should have turned.
Yeah, right
Right.
here. Right here. As soon as Ezreal
Right
casts
here.
the E, he should have turning.
Yes,
Like, as soon
this
as
is
the
just
animation
kill.
stops.
Jensen has to know
Yeah.
at this point he cannot catch Dardoch.
It's not even about catching Dardoch or not. Even if he can catch Dardoch and kill
It's
Dardoch,
still not correct,
killing
right?
Dardoch
It's
is
correct to kill
more,
Altai.
like, it's
Right.
more valuable.
Right.
It's just obvious. Oh, Jesus. Mother of God, this game. Oh. Oh, and they give up the Infernal. That's why the fight happened. Okay, that makes a little more sense. They fought for Infernal. Alright. So he did end up going cleanse after dying. That's usually what people do, you know. They die to something, they're like, wait a minute.
And then they pick it up.
That's OP. I need to build this
That's
or do this
OP.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like in solo queue. Like after getting Maz ulted, people are like, "Wait a minute, I need to buy a QSS." Right? Or I forgot. It's the same thing happened to Sneaky. They're like, "Wait a minute, I need cleanse against Sejuani." I forgot. Oops. Or maybe he thought Spell Shield was enough. I'm just
Lord Dominus.
bad mannerman a little. All right, so he has his 4 items. It's a shame we had to lose our gold lead in the meanwhile,
So
but you're still in a good spot.
Here's the issue for me. Lord Dominic's is great, but I think Mortal Reminder's better. Because realistically, if Ezreal or Cast fall, the game's over anyway. If either one fall, the game's over. You have a second AD carry. Jax can actually duel everyone, basically 1v1 with the exception of maybe Cass. Even though he's pure tank, he can still like duel.
Personally,
So-
I would have liked seeing the Bramble Vest on the Jax more. I would have liked seeing a Thornmail more on the Jax to counteract the Ezreal build coming out with the double lifesteal, rather than the Randuin's Omen. I really don't feel like you need Randuin's Omen against 0 crit champions, but don't quote me on that.
Why not? Why don't quote you on? I'm gonna quote you on that forever.
Then you can quote me as the guy that doesn't think he needs Randuin's Omen against 0 crit champions.
Okay. I'm gonna take you back in time. I'm gonna play with 1% crit chance room. I'm gonna crit you 100% of the time.
God damn it. But, like, it really makes no sense to go Randuin's Omen here. Like, the active is nice, but is it really going to change the game rather than the lifesteal on Ezreal? Like, so poke damage, so the ricochet damage actually sticks to him. Can't just lifesteal everything off of you.
So as bad as this game looks right now, Cloud9's still ahead.
Easily.
Yeah.
Well, the Infernal makes it pretty even
The
actually.
Infernal helps, but I really just don't think it overcomes
Hmm. Sure.
the mountain that is the scaling that came out from Cloud9. Like this right here,
Well,
how do you even like? Okay, it's over now. I mean, you have
oh,
Licorice mid.
like,
Now you can just fork them.
yeah. All right.
All right, that was good.
All right.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, let's
Good.
go.
That was the special right here.
Oh yeah, Jensen just, decided not to need cleanse until he was dead. All right. Or did he get CC chain? I didn't notice.
But also,
Right over.
it's like, why do you feel obligated to jump in when you have Sivir Jace, you have priority top, priority bot?
Yeah,
Someone
sure.
has to respond here. You have double Mountain Drake. If you even get control over this for a second and someone doesn't
It's gone.
respond, it's gone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah. Not only the Baron, the game is too.
The game just ends. Why do you have to
Yeah.
fight? This is
Yeah, it's
literally
gone.
the door thing.
Yep. Well, at this point, it's 5 doors, I think.
I mean, this team
Yeah.
fights 5 doors, yeah. They're like 50-50.
Yeah.
I'm like, actually, it's 40-40. The viewers don't even win here. Like, holy shit.
I mean, I think the viewers win this type of game. They win pretty hard in this type of game. This is what makes League of Legends a viewer sport, you know?
Oh, yeah?
The solo queue barons.
Alright.
Yeah. Like, I love it, I love watching team with 5k gold ahead. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that baron was actually, like,
I mean, Cloud9 has just
impressive.
made huge macro blunders. That's just like a fact.
I mean, I don't even want to call it macro at this point. No
I mean,
offense, but...
there were micro errors too, like the team fights.
No,
in
no,
the
I mean,
position.
like, I'd rather not use
Oh.
macro as a word to describe what happened in this game. Because, Jesus. That baron is something else. Alright, so
Now,
what happened here? So
here's
it
the thing
go.
that's kind of strange to me. Ready? They
Alright.
come up. EchoFox is exhausted on summoners. They still have ult on Jensen. Just because they
Yep.
have Baron, I don't think that's not a reason to still prioritize Elder. I think that you can still win the fight. As long as you do it right. Like you
I
poke
think actually,
correctly.
like, Fox taking a fight at the Elder Dragon is the only way C9 gets back from this.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, C9 should just run to the Elder and you fight it. You fight it out, take the 5v5 right there, and
Yeah.
then you win it, you win the game. You lose it, you lost the game, fine.
I mean,
Like,
I get what they're doing. They're trying to just attack Baron without attacking Baron. You know, like kill all the minions and stuff. But
oh man, like, this is just never gonna work. Even if you kill this guy, they're gonna end the game,
yeah,
no?
like look at this.
They're just gonna end the game, no? Yeah. Shouldn't end the game. What's a bummer? Well, they actually held? Mother of God. Alright.
Teleport Jace. No, see, Licorice, I think, because of the death timers, he should have gone back and bought Elixir. Just because of the death timers.
What, red elixir? Iron elixir.
Huh? The damage to turrets.
Oh. Sorcery?
I don't even think it's that bad.
I mean, the Tarek is Baron, you can't do anything, you just don't TP there. You're shoving bot all the way. Get your next item. Just chill. Like, you're not gonna get this turret with
Actually,
Baron recall Tarek. Like,
Well,
it's not
Tarek
gonna
shouldn't
happen.
have been able to recall. Like, look at this.
Yes, I have no fucking idea why he was recalling. Like, it was
Like,
painful.
look.
Alistar should have fucked with him for
Yeah,
sure. Like,
Alistar should have. Right. Like
Yeah,
this
he
right
should've
here.
been.
Why is he
Yeah,
wasting...
he shouldn't.
Right here, Chase.
Fox, Phoenix can't turn
is
this
dead.
around anymore.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Alistar just chase Adrian, right? As soon as Phoenix goes down to Jace, Jace runs from right here to here, right? Svenskaren and Smoothie can clear out these. He gets Elixir, teleports to top wave.
Yeah. Sure. I think Red Elixir might actually do more damage given his W scaling, but I haven't run the math. Yeah, if he doesn't recall, I think he can solo. Like, you can take the inhib, maybe even a Nexus turret with how fast Chase is.
Yeah. 15 seconds on Gnar. Honestly, at that point of the game, this is a point where I talk about this all the time. Pro team, even Korean teams, they don't do this, right? If Jace can die for the Nexus turret, it's worth right now. He's not losing. He's not losing GA. Nothing is changing on the state of the map. Because
I mean, I
Sivir comes
generally,
up,
I
he gets
generally would agree
priority.
with you, but with Open Nexus and Taric Ultimate, a lot of strange things can happen.
The death timer, though.
I guess.
They're not gonna. All right, so they have to run like this, right?
Hmm.
I don't think they
No,
can get
no,
there.
sure. It's just like if you die for it, I think it's like a conscious decision you have to make, and if it fucks up, like it's a lot of pressure on you that's unnecessary as a player too. Like that's.
Inhibitor would be
I don't
down.
think
Wait,
taking.
hold on. I'm just trying to do the math mentally.
Sure.
Inhibitor's being attacked. Inhibitor's falling. Wait. It's falling. He would have approximately 8 seconds to shred the Nexus turret. I think 8 seconds is more than enough for Jace to kill that and get out. Against just Snar.
Sure.
He would have
Well,
8
the thing
seconds.
is someone just brought it up to me, but Alistar could even go. Alistar could actually swap his flash for TP and just try and finish the game, or take double Nexus start at the very
No,
least.
he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
He does flash.
No,
Oh,
no,
he
no,
doesn't
no.
have it yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunate. If
Yeah,
Sivir was
if that
up,
was the
this
case.
could have been game.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So again, more lost opportunity. And you know, I think it's really important to think about refinements like that, like the Sork Elixir or the other Elixir, etc. Like, remember that game that Fnatic lost at Worlds because Soaz didn't buy a Lichbane on Rumble before TPing?
Hmm.
There was that game. I don't even know
Yep.
who the opponent was.
OMG.
Was it OMG? Soaz just had to buy a Lichbane or like a Stinger, and the game would have ended.
Hmm. Might have been. I can't. I know the situation you're talking about, but
Apparently, it was OMG. But this right here, like EchoFox realistically shouldn't be able to penetrate the base
nope.
without Elder or Baron.
I mean, I'm fine with giving up a tier 2 at this stage. You know,
Yeah.
you've already fucked up so many times. Just like, fine. You know, just
You're not
give
going
it
to lose the game
away.
over 100 gold.
Exactly. Just chill. Just get your last item on Rise. Your death cap's coming in soon. Same concept. You know, at this point, you know, if you have Gathering Storm, you're like, all right, boys, it's gonna be 7 more minutes. Sadly, the enemy team has more Gathering Storms. I actually think it's pretty good. I actually think Gathering Storm is rather good.
Your Gathering Storm's insane.
Yeah. I don't see enough players doing it.
Especially with how the meta is right now.
Yeah.
If it changes up, I mean, well, it has changed up a little bit. But if it changes up even more and things become more and more increasingly aggressive and turret shredding and all that good stuff, then, you know, I can see an argument potentially against it. But I think it's just so undervalued right now.
Yep. Well, the thing is that Nara's losing side with this build, which is like the problem I have with the build. You're building for side against a champion you can never beat side. But alright. Wow.
Like what?
Did Rizal bug there?
It's not even that. It's like
No, like why are they walking up is the first question you need to ask yourself.
yeah, that's number one.
Yeah, like,
Licorice
let's look
do
at this
his
top
thing.
wave. No, just go back. Not even. Like, you don't care
Oh,
about
top
Licorice.
wave. Yeah.
Clear this top wave. Take it slow, guys. Come on.
No, they need to do something. Okay.
Yeah. Baron's coming up, guys.
Yeah, Baron's up. They have to do something.
Alright. Alright. You got me. You had 2 blue orbs and the Rizal. You really didn't need to force that.
Yep.
It's not like they have the mountains, we have the mountains, so.
Oh.
Alright. I think the viewers won this game.
The viewers, yeah, the viewers. We
won
lost
that
it.
game.
All right, so that's pretty much it. So again, Cloud9. I mean, teams do this all the time. Even teams in Europe, teams in Korea do it as well. They don't. They stop and ask themselves, what do we want to do, or what do we feel like we need to do, right?
Yep.
But they ask it in a way that they process the end result, right? The end result of everything is get the Nexus, right? How do you get the Nexus? You get turrets. How do you get the turrets? You get Baron, right? They process it in such a weird way. They don't ever for a second just basically be like, okay, what does the opponent need? Like, God.
Yeah, it's
Like, okay, imagine,
It's-
like, I'm gonna come out there with another weird ass analogy. Ready? Like, there's a room,
Go.
right? And contained inside of the room is like a deadly virus. The virus is eventually gonna die if it just starves out. And you're like, no, I gotta get a vaccine. I gotta figure out the cure. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't have to ever open that door. It'll eventually die. I'm like, no. I gotta get the cure. It's so mind numbing. God, it's so mind numbing. Anyways, that was Cloud9 versus EchoFox.